My stepdad called the cops on me because he really doesn't want me to expose this shit online, okay? I know what I know, and I know it for a reason. I was born into a cult. A full-on literal cult. To the point where my own family just got me arrested for the first time in my life just because I smoke weed. God, these people are evil to the point where I'm literally in a different state now. Like, I do not feel safe there. The cops have tried to stop me like 4 different times.
See all these cops? See this? See all these cops? There we go. There we go. The cops won't even help me. I can't call anyone. The cops think I'm insane. What is wrong with this whole state?
Shout out to Church Bar Rover tomorrow. You know what I'm saying, nigga? Arizona Hip Hop Festival, bro. Fuck with us, man. We got the album dropping on the way, bro. Fuck with us. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Spider-Man, my niggas. Shout out to Peter Parker. Shout out to Peter Parker, man.
Yeah, let's go.
Fuck with my niggas. Y'all understand what the fuck it is, bro. That's it. Get with it or get lost. Get with it or get lost, man.
Spider-Manism. About the hidden new religion that's hitting the streets. Spider-Manism. It's about spreading good vibes and positivity.
No, thank you, man.
No, thank you.
For work.
All right, it's all good. Spread the word, man.
There's pizza involved, I'll be there.
Oh, there's plenty of pizza, trust me. Spartacus does whatever Spartacus does. Ladies and gentlemen.
What you doing? Whoa.
Preaching the word of Tobey Maguire and Sam Raimi. Subscribe. What is up, gamers? Minecraftians, Spiderlings, fellow Spider-Men, fellow Spider-Manism members, welcome. You know, I'm back in Utah. You know, Vegas was really fun, but I've run out of money. I'm broke. So yeah, I had to come back to Utah. I'm staying at a friend's for now. And, you know, I've tried to convince my parents how wrong they are. I've tried emotionally and mentally breaking their minds by being an asshole to them. But that still isn't enough. They still just won't accept the fact that they have been abusive to me since the day I was born. And, you know, I know it's just because they've been brainwashed. This whole state has been brainwashed for hundreds of years. And the brainwashing still goes on. And even if you're not Mormon or not LDS, whatever the hell they call themselves these days, the culture in Utah is insane, okay? It doesn't matter. It's because this whole state's in a bubble. None of the crime gets reported. No one knows how messed up it is here. They all just think it's this beautiful sanctuary and has all these nice temples, and it's just so nice. Everything's perfect. It's wrong, dude. It's wrong. I've seen way too much, and I've dealt with way too much. I'm only 22. All I could say is the only thing I haven't really seen is a person die. in person. Like, I haven't seen someone, like, get hit by a car or anything. I've confiscated so many drugs. The drug problem is so insane in Utah. There was this one time I was doing security at Palmer Court. I was doing my rounds, and two police officers came because they were responding. They were responding to some other emergency, and they wanted. Oh my god, my hands are sweaty. They wanted me to show them around, basically, to show them where to get to this area. And so I'm walking with these two cops, and we just kind of stumble upon this guy in the stairwell, like as he's in the middle of injecting himself with heroin. And I was like, said to these cops, like, bro, are you guys gonna like arrest this guy or something? Like, he's literally injecting himself. They didn't even confiscate his drugs. They just told him to like pack it up and leave. That's it. The drug problem is so insane in Salt Lake and Midvale and downtown. People don't realize it because of how nice and beautiful the buildings are. That's because the church has $100 billion worth of money in like stocks and real estate. They aren't using any of their money to actually help the people. All they do is they just make everything look fancy with their billions of dollars to make it look like everything's okay. Like it's all a mask. You know, all these temples and churches lining every corner of the freaking streets here. Those are just to mask how insufferable the people are and how messed up downtown is and how crazy the crime rates are and how traumatized everyone is here, and they don't even realize it because they think that's just normal life. They think everywhere else is like this. And the people outside of Utah, they don't understand when I try to go into this. They just, like, they don't get it. They just say, like, oh, I thought Utah was, Utah's so nice. It's pretty. It's beautiful. Like, there's no crime. There's, everything's fine. What's wrong with Utah? The Mormons are so friendly, It's all a mask. The Mormons are only friendly because they want something from you, because they want you to join their religion. It's a mask. The temples lining the streets are a mask to hide the destruction and poverty and just messed up weird crap that goes on around here. Like, straight up. I feel like I almost like could have gotten molested in Salt Lake. If I stayed at that motel, either someone would have broken into my room and like robbed me at gunpoint, or I would have gotten molested. People in Utah are so sketchy, and it's because this whole state was founded by a pedophile. Straight up, it was founded by a pedophile, polygamist, vandalist. I'm a 22-year-old man. I'm not people have told me I look younger than I am, but yeah, I'm 22, and I'm straight. And just based on the fact that just of how many times a homeless guy has tried to lure me into partying with them or hanging out with them in just the past week, I can't imagine how many people here just get traumatized, and get taken advantage of by these people, because this whole state is just one big bubble of narcissism and people using each other, only acting good to one another because they want something in return secretly. People are only nice to each other because they want something from one another. No one here is real. Everyone wears a mask. Every goddamn person in this state is wearing a mask. But you know what? I say screw it. Okay? This is the only mask I need. This is the only mask I need. This right here. Alright? This whole Spider-Manism thing, it's mostly just a joke to draw attention to how messed up Utah is. I don't even need to go into detail about the Mormon history. We all know pretty much every single prophet has been either racist, homophobic, polygamist, or a pedophile. Or all of the above. You know, I don't need to go into that. But what I do need to go into is that pretty much every person in Utah has done evil shit, and they just bottle it up. Every person in Utah. Me and my friends were straight up like, you know, I understand why the teachers hated us, okay? Respect women! You know, and I've had some supervillain arcs. You know, I've vandalized stuff. You know, I spray painted construction, like an under construction building for a girl. Because I thought she'd think I'm cool or something. I don't know. I've just vandalized things, okay? Ever since I was a kid, I would vandalize stuff. And you know, it makes sense. It's because everyone here has made me feel like garbage. I feel like I couldn't talk to anyone about the things I've gone through because they just, you know, they just say that, what they've gone through is worse than me and I shouldn't feel bad. Or even, you know, when I try to even talk to my parents about it, they'll just say that that's not what happened and I'm making it up and I'm wrong for thinking that. Because everyone here just can't accept the fact that I'm probably the most traumatized man in Utah. Okay, here's an example, okay? What's worse than just not having any parents? Having parents that gaslight you on a daily basis and saying they love you and that they want to be a part of your life, but they literally show you no love, no emotion. They don't support you in any way, ever. And as soon as you snap and realize that, they just blow up on you and tell you you're wrong and that it's your fault for thinking that, to the point where they make you homeless. I could prove how messed up this place is, alright? And I feel like I'm probably the only one with the ability to prove it and actually make it entertaining, you know? This isn't meant to slander or cause negativity. This is supposed to expose what's actually going on in Utah that everyone's just brushing aside and ignoring. I feel like it is my responsibility to expose how wrong these people are. I need to expose how many people just die here on a daily basis. You know, and the church doesn't do anything about it. The Mormon church, they don't do anything about it. They don't help the poverty. They don't. All they care about is building new temples. Like, God, there's so many temples around here. Not to mention churches. Like, I'm pretty sure if they just opened up every church, like, each homeless guy in Salt Lake would have a whole church to themselves. That's how many churches there are around here. There was this one day where I worked at the Wagon Center on Rio Grande. And it's basically like this Baptist or Catholic church. And it's this small little church. It's basically just a bunch of yoga mats in the gymnasium. And that's where they'll have some of the homeless come in to sleep. But, you know, not very many people could fit in there. The line for that place is always so long. And there was this one day where I went in and I was just like, I just overheard like some of the other security guards and staff members talking. They were saying how they finally cleaned up the bodies. And I went over there, I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Clean up the bodies? What? And he's like, yeah, you know, like 6 people died just on this street the past week. And they cleaned them, all the bodies up. And it's because they froze to death, waiting in line to get into this place. This one little Baptist church. They dropped so much money into this shit. So, and you know, right across the street, you basically got the slums of the slums. And people literally die in line, freezing to death on the street, just waiting to get in here because none of the Mormon churches feel like opening their doors to, you know, lend a hand, give these people warmth, just a place to sleep. We're just gonna go around, you know, I'm waiting for permission before we film inside. So we're just gonna go around the street and see who wants to talk and explain what they've gone through. I just don't understand, like, why anybody thinks the church is how they think they're helping anyone except themselves. That's all they're doing. They're only helping themselves. All they care about is money. They want to take over the world. They want to spread their temples and churches outside of Utah, okay? I'm telling you guys, stay the f*** away from them, okay? It is my responsibility to stop this shit. The church has been talking about, like, the second coming for years now, you know? And honestly, I'm not gonna say I'm here to bring the second coming, okay? I'm not gonna say that. That'd be a little too far out there, okay? I'm just a severely neglected man, all right? But I will say, I believe the second coming happens when the church realizes that they have $100 billion worth of money. You know, they could literally just end world hunger. They could bring peace to the whole world if they just fucking realized their greed and realized pretty much every prophet has been a piece of garbage. Especially Joseph Smith and Brigham Young. You know, at least Joseph Smith wasn't, you know, racist. You know, and then Brigham Young came along and he just added racism to it. You know, he was everything Joseph was plus racist. Like basically every single prophet, they just changed the rules of the church to fit with what they feel is right, what their standards are. They wouldn't even fully let black people into the church until the late 70s. I just think the last step that I'm gonna take, you know, with this series, the Spider-Manism series, all right? Because I'm basically, my goal is with these videos is just make it like a Bible. This is gonna be my own religion, all right? The next step for this series, I'm gonna go to Salt Lake. You know, I'm gonna interview people. I'm gonna deliver pizza as Spider-Man. You know, and I'm gonna spread some good vibes. And hopefully not get arrested for no reason. Or shot. You know, and I'm just gonna go around and interview people. You know, see if I can find anyone that has a story that they want to share. You know, I need people to just be honest with me, alright? If you had a bad experience in the church, you have the freedom and right to express that, you know, freedom of religion. Okay, I'm starting my own religion, right? That is my defense for all this. You guys can't do shit because this is my own religion, right? I'm not making fun of your guys' religion. I'm just making my own religion, and it's through videos, you know? This is my Bible, and it's a video Bible, all right? It's the Book of Spider-Man, all right? The documentary series of Spider-Manism. All right, there we go. Basically, starting my own religion. It's called Spider-Manism.
Okay. Spider-Manism. Are you Spider-Man?
I might be, maybe. You know, just trying to raise awareness.
Are we gonna take a picture together, or?
You know, yeah, we could do that. You know.
Hey,
Yeah, Spider-Manism. Let's go. The sun's in my eyes. I can't really see. There we go.